In 1837, a small workshop opened to make harnesses for horses, and over the course of 187 years, it transformed into one of the world's most valuable fashion giants, becoming an empire of luxury and opulence. Yes, we are talking about Hermès, a brand whose single bag can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, where you need an appointment just to browse the store, and where, even if you have the money, you may have to wait for years to obtain certain products. Dressing queens, movie stars, and cultural icons, a symbol of luxury, quality, craftsmanship, and beauty. So how was this colossal brand founded, and how did it rise to where it is today? Let's explore Hermès's journey from its origins to the present. In this story, we'll savor meticulously crafted masterpieces and step into the inspiring world of a brand that is devoted and innovative, yet deeply rooted in its heritage. Let's begin. 1837, Paris. A 36-year-old young man named Thierry Hermès opened a workshop making saddles and harnesses for horses. A perfectionist craftsman and visionary entrepreneur, Thierry understood the spirit of the era and the modernizing Paris, designing simple yet elegant pieces. Before long, his name became synonymous with excellence, and his horse harnesses caught the attention of Parisian aristocrats and elites, earning him an award at the 1867 Exposition Universelle. 1880. When Thierry's son, Charles-Émile Hermès, took over the business, he elevated the workshop by opening a store. This very first boutique in Paris, also known as the Maison, still stands at the same address today. The products, which gained renown across Europe, were meticulously crafted with the finest leather and stitching. 1922. Émile Hermès, the third generation of the family and son of Charles, sought to take the brand beyond where his father had left it during the interwar period. From saddles and bridles to leather goods, Hermès had been meeting society's needs. But one day, a simple idea he encountered during his travels would decisively change the destiny of Hermès. During a trip to Canada, Émile Hermès was fascinated when he saw the all-enclosing open and close system used by American soldiers on car hoods. That system was what we now call the zipper. In 1922, Émile obtained the exclusive rights to this system, introducing it into the handbags crafted by the Hermès Maison. Before the zipper was adopted and used by Hermès, handbags featured mechanisms such as buckles, buttons, and loops. The zipper's simple open and close system made handbags more practical and functional. 1937. When Émile Hermès' son-in-law, Robert Dumas, took over the business, Hermès' first iconic silk scarf was born. These iconic hand-woven silk scarves, the first in a long series created by Robert Dumas, were more than just products. With their patterns blending art, mythology, and fashion, they embodied true works of art. Although Hermès has never compromised on quality, it has always embraced an innovative spirit, continuously evolving in line with the desires and needs of its clients. There's a beautiful anecdote that illustrates this. In 1949, a group of gentlemen, turned away from a casino in Cannes for not meeting the dress code, stepped into a nearby Hermès boutique in search of ties. But Hermès wasn't designing ties at the time. As the gentlemen walked away empty-handed, Hermès took note of the demand and soon began crafting the legendary silk ties for men. Today, these silk ties have become one of Hermès' quintessential signature pieces for men. 1956, the birth of the Kelly bag. In 1956, a photograph of Grace Kelly, Princess of Monaco and Hollywood icon, caused a worldwide stir in the press. The photograph captured Kelly holding her bag in front of her stomach, shielding her pregnancy from the press. Yet, the true highlight of this story is the bag the princess held in that photograph. You guessed it, the bag was, of course, Hermès. With the photograph circulating worldwide, this Hermès bag model gained immense popularity. The Kelly bag entered fashion history as a symbol of elegance and luxury. In honor of the princess, Hermès named the bag Kelly. Alongside the Birkin, the Kelly remains one of Hermès's two most important creations to this day. 1978, as the new head of the house, Robert Dumas' son, Jean-Louis, gradually transformed and diversified Hermès in revolutionary ways. From then on, Hermès began collaborating with renowned designers and expanded into creating products such as shoes, boots, watches, and jewelry. 1984, the birth of the Birkin bag. On a flight from Paris to London, Jean-Louis Dumas happened to meet Jane Birkin, the famous actress and singer of the time. When Birkin's belongings fell out of her bag, Dumas remarked, "Perhaps you should consider a bag with larger pockets." To which Birkin replied, "I'll get one the day Hermès designs such a bag." And so the two began discussing the idea of creating a bag together. A Birkin bag can cost anywhere between $30,000 and $120,000. And still, money alone is not enough to make it yours. You must first register your name and then wait for your turn. A wait that, in some cases, can last for years. In other words, the scene in Sex and the City was anything but a joke.
And there's a waiting list.
I assumed.
Remember, Samantha walks into a Hermès boutique and falls in love with one of the Birkin bags.
It's a Birkin.
The sales associate tells her that to get the bag, she would have to put her name on a list and wait at least 5 years. When Samantha asks, "For a bag?" the associate replies, "It's not a bag, it's a Birkin." Hermès today. Today, Hermès has more than 300 boutiques worldwide, and the brand's market value exceeds $250 billion. They may no longer craft horse harnesses and saddles, yet they remain faithful to their ancestors' guiding principle. Quality lies in the details, upholding the timeless spirit of perfection that defines Hermès. Be it a beach bag or the Apple Watch born of their collaboration with Apple, it makes no difference. Hermès will always be Hermès. Indeed, one of the very things that makes Hermès so captivating is the enigmatic aura that surrounds it. With its exclusivity, limited production, and dedication to uncompromising quality, Hermès becomes more than a product. It is an investment, and in a world where social status reigns supreme, an emblem of identity. Equally captivating is their steadfast devotion to founding principles and tradition. It reveals itself in the elegant Duke carriage and horse emblem, and in their continued use of the iconic orange box, a design born out of wartime shortages of standard packaging materials, yet preserved to this day. Even if you never step into a Hermès boutique to own or even touch one of its creations, you can still glimpse the magic on YouTube, watching the world's finest artisans, trained for years, as they bring a Hermès bag to life. Even through a digital screen, you will notice the texture of the leather, the strength of the threads and stitches, and the perfection in every detail. Above all, you will witness the awe-inspiring creation of a master artisan working at the highest standards. And in that moment, you may understand why a Hermès is truly a Hermès.